Apple releases iOS 9 but delays release of WatchOS 2. Facebook isn't working on a dislike button after all. The Kardashian apps are insecure, and more. It's Wednesday, September 16th, and this is Crunch Report. Apple has delayed the release of WatchOS 2, which was set to be released today to Apple Watch owners. A spokesperson tells TechCrunch, quote, "We have discovered a bug in development of WatchOS 2 that is taking a bit longer to fix than we expected. We will not release WatchOS 2 today, but will shortly." So no real word on what happened, and no real word on when this gets fixed and pushed out. As a reminder, WatchOS 2 will give developers that are building apps the ability to access the watch's sensors, improve data streams between the iPhone and the watch, stuff like that. Other features: Siri support, transit directions, new photo watch faces, upcoming weather and appointments arranged via a timeline, and expanded Wi-Fi support when an iPhone isn't nearby. So, delay on WatchOS 2 is a bummer, but iOS 9 is rolling out today to eligible devices, both over the air in the Settings app and by plugging your device into iTunes for a wired update. If you can't download it right away, don't fret. Apple now has a queue system for big OS updates like this so that downloads don't get bogged down. You'll get in there. Yesterday, blogs and news programs went wild. Actually, this morning they were still doing it, about Facebook introducing a dislike button. This was based on a public Q&A yesterday where Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg said the company was working on a way to show empathy for victims of tragedies or other things that feel wrong to hit a like button on. I run into this all the time. I'm sure you do too. We didn't report on this dislike button news on Crunch Report yesterday. Well, because there wasn't really any. Because Zuck didn't say that the company was working on a dislike button at all. I don't know what everybody else is talking about. Here's what he actually said. Quote, "We didn't want to just build a dislike button because we don't want to turn Facebook into a forum where people are voting up or down on people's posts. That doesn't seem like the kind of community we want to create." Okay, sounds pretty clear. No dislike button. Zuck goes on to say, quote, "People aren't looking for an ability to downvote other people's posts. What they really want is to be able to express empathy." Okay, this makes sense. Dislike buttons, they're a terrible idea. If I post an update that my uncle died and you dislike it, are you disliking the death of my uncle? Are you disliking the fact that I posted it on Facebook? And how would a dislike button weight the algorithm of updates that you might see from me in the future? It's just a bad idea. So what's a better button than dislike? A sorry button, perhaps. A hugs button. A teddy bear emoji. I don't know. Some Square IPO chatter today. Bloomberg is reporting that the mobile payments company plans to hold its initial public offering in the fourth quarter of this year, citing anonymous sources. This has become even more interesting since Square's CEO, Jack Dorsey, is also the interim CEO over at Twitter. In the meantime, another startup that makes point-of-sale systems for restaurants and other retailers just raised $61 million in a Series C round. LIGHTSPEED POS, based in Canada, makes apps and other services for managing and selling inventory across both online and offline shop fronts. CEO and founder Dax Da Silva tells TechCrunch it'll use the new money to expand internationally, make more acquisitions, and grow its omni-channel sales model. LIGHTSPEED currently processes around $10 billion per year in transactions from 25,000 customers across 100 countries and has seen growth of 123% over last year. Now, that's still a fraction of the $30 billion in transactions that Square processed in 2014, but Da Silva says that's because LIGHTSPEED focuses on more mid-market customers and is still in growth mode. It's good business. Remember when Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos bought the Washington Post back in 2013? Well, he did. And at the time, a lot of folks were wondering why he would want to enter the newspaper business, which many say is a dying one. But in the last couple of years, Bezos has experimented with making the Post a free app on Amazon Kindle Fire tablets, and today is now offering a free 6-month subscription to the Washington Post National Digital Edition to Amazon Prime members, saving them $9.99 per month. And after 6 months, if you're a Prime member, you've been reading the paper and you really like it, you can continue with a discounted monthly rate of $3.99, which is 60% off. And that could actually be a lot of people. A recent study by RBC Capital Markets pegs the number of U.S. Prime subscribers at 50 million. Interested folks can sign up from WashingtonPost.com/Prime offer and start their trial immediately via the online edition on the web or via the Washington Post's app on iOS, on Android, or Amazon Fire devices, of course. Did you miss the exciting launch of the new Kardashian and Jenner mobile apps? I don't see how you would, since they all got hundreds of thousands of downloads in their first days on the market. The crew, family, whatever they are, also released new websites to connect with their fans while offering a more personal look inside their lives. Good, because I didn't know anything about these people. Why am I telling you about this, you might be asking? Well, because a developer named Alaxic Smith has already found a misconfiguration that allowed full names and email addresses of over 600,000 users who signed up for Kylie Jenner's website, plus the ability to create and destroy users, kind of like being a super user, find photos, videos, and more. In a blog post on Medium, Smith explained how he was able to access the user data through an open, unsecured API, which is especially troubling, consider that these apps also have subscription models. People are paying for this exclusive access, meaning that payment information is potentially part of the insecure data. It's not in this case, but potentially could have been. The company behind the sites and apps, Whale Rock Industries, confirms that user data was available briefly, but says the issue has been addressed. Smith has since taken down his Medium post and is declining to talk to media. We hope you're okay, buddy. That is a scary PR machine you're dealing with. And that is the report for today. I'm Sarah Lane. Crunch Report airs Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, right here on TechCrunch.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.